Now let's configure the workflow to route to the actual manager rather than an email address. When you sign up for a free trial, frevvo automatically generates a few users and roles and assigns them the same password you used when you signed up. You can view these users and roles by logging in as the admin user for your account and clicking on Manage Users. For example, the designer user in your account reports to a user named Jerry. In practice, you can set this up in frevvo or integrate with existing systems like Active Directory. Let's see how to route to the proper manager. We'll use a built-in frevvo template. First, let's edit the form and change the manager approval section to use a digital signature. Remove the approval signature and signature date fields from this section. Click on the section header, then on Properties, and then on the Security tab. Turn on digital signatures by selecting Text/Signature Image and check Must Sign. This generates a real PKI-encrypted digital signature based on the user who's signing it and the entered data. It also generates a Sign This Section button so the user can digitally sign with a single click. When you try to save the form, it'll warn you that an existing rule needs to be updated. Go over to the Rules tab and see that one of the rules is now obsolete since we deleted the signature date field earlier. We can simply remove this rule. Return to the workflow by saving the form and click on the Manager step, and then click the cog icon to bring up the Properties panel for this step. First, change the Continue label to Send to Finance. Click the Assignment tab. You can assign to a user, a role, or to an email address. See that the wizard has configured this step to route to the email address you used when you signed up. Remove this email address. In the Assign to User box, type Subject. As you type, the list of matching options narrows below to the available items. Select the template called subject.reports_to. Now the workflow will route to the current user's manager. Let's also change the notification message. Change the subject and message as desired. Notice that both use some built-in templates, enclosed in curly brackets. You can learn more about available templates in the documentation. Click the Messages tab. Let's change the pending message to indicate who the workflow was routed to. Use the subject.reports_to template as before. You can also change the other messages if desired. Click Submit to save changes. Run the workflow. Fill in the form as before and sign it. When you're done, click Continue. See that the message now tells you that it was sent to Jerry for approval. In another browser, log in as the user Jerry. The approval request shows up on Jerry's task list. Click the Play button to process this task. See that the form now renders with the Manager section visible. Enter a comment and click the Sign This Section button to digitally sign as the manager. The manager's full name and today's date appear at the bottom, and the section is now locked, so the fields can no longer be modified. Click the Send to Finance button. This will route via email, and you can finish the workflow as before. In the next video, we'll route the finance step to a specific role instead of an email address.